Okay, magandang gabi
Alright.
sa inyo lahat. I'm back at sa pagpapatuloy na ating Saturday edition ng SEA Games Diaries on Sports Corner PH. Makakasama natin ang kampiyon sa men's triathlon, gold number 15 last Monday and back-to-back fifth straight gold overall since 2015. Ladies and gents, let me welcome back. Thank you nga pala for gracing with us again, Kuya Fernando Casares. Kuya Per, it's our pleasure to be with us here on our program. Please get our followers us here on our Sports Corner PH interviews po.
Hello, Gab. Salamat for having me here in this interview. And also, hello, guys, all the viewers. Thank you so much for the support.
All right, and thank you so much and congratulations on your truly deserving and naka-proud talaga na back-to-back gold medal win sa
Yeah.
SEA Games. I know you've been busy with the activities lined up after winning the gold because Kuya Per is now in Subic helping the training of some of the future triathletes right now. And we're supposed to have Kim Mangrobang, but because she have finished a race in Butuan, and heading back to Manila tonight, she will be not making it in our interviews, but we will try to interview Kim separately on our next interviews because meron din siyang story that we will tell about, including nga yung silver medal finish niya doon sa triathlon. So, Per, kamusta na po kayo right after you return to the on stall and straight back to the training?
Yeah, so I'm already recovered from the race. I got really tired. As a matter of fact, I passed out after the race, after crossing the finish line, because I gave everything. I really emptied the tank. It was also scorching that day, and it was a pretty tough race, not only because of the level, but also because of the conditions I arrived. Since I don't know if you know that I raced the day before in duathlon, and then the next day triathlon. So I was already, tired, jelly legs, and even dizzy before the race. So I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was mentally prepared to give everything, and that's what I did. And fortunately, I got the gold medal, so I'm pretty happy. And but now it's time to go back to work because there are other races. In fact, I have on this coming 28th of May, I have an Asia Cup in Osaka, Japan, sprint distance. And afterwards, I will go back to Spain to prepare more Conti Cups in Europe and even World Cups. And yeah, I'm gonna be busy for the rest of the year. No rest.
Oh, at ang dami pang mga competitions na nakalinya para kay Kuya Per, but let's discuss it further on at the middle end of our program. But si Per po, this is your second straight SEA Games state, if I may correct. And second gold, but fifth overall for the Philippines to reign as the kings of Southeast Asia men's triathlon. Tell us your preparations and going into the process of training and conditioning your body, your stamina, endurance, and even abilities in swim, bike, and run in the aim to winning again the title for 5 feet para sa Pilipinas.
So, since the last SEA Games in Vietnam, when I won my first gold medal in the individual category, I was already preparing for this race. However, just a few months later, I think it was around October or November, we were notified that this coming SEA Games in here in Cambodia, the distance was gonna be sprint instead of a standard as usual in SEA Games. So I was kind of worried because I'm getting older. I'm more used to a standard distance than sprint. So I didn't know if I was gonna manage, especially with young people who are more explosive and they are more used to short distance, right, than me. So I wasn't 100% sure, but still I managed. So I'm pretty happy, and obviously I had to prepare to work so hard. For instance, well, I didn't rest any day to be honest. Since the last two games, I've been doing several hard workouts within maybe 3 days in a row. I remember this program. It was like 2 weeks before Subit. because it was 2 weeks before the race, so we can say 1 month before Sea Games, I did this duathlon and triathlon program. So one day I would do the duathlon sprint distance as I would do on the race day, and the next day uh, a triathlon race. So that was part of my preparation. Obviously, always taking care of my nutrition and hydration. But that's what, as always, nothing different. So yeah, that's a pretty good resume of my preparation since last SEA Games.
Okay, as we go back, as we go beyond the preparations, there's some international competitions who join as a build-up, and there's some who unfortunately cannot join because you have been concentrated on your last push or last pace of your SEA Games training. How proud of you that you have reached the expectations in those PC Games competitions and the results you have chipped in despite having no podium finish there.
Yeah, it was a bit. Okay, so I'll be honest. I was pretty satisfied and even happy after the duathlon race, even though I didn't get a podium. Because I really did my best. I played my cards as smart as possible. I was also pretty happy for my teammate Rambo because he did a really good performance. For a moment, to be honest, I thought he was gonna win because he broke away on the bike and he got to maintain a certain gap between him and the chase pack where I was. But at T2, before the runoff, he got caught by us, and then I led actually for the first K, but then I was overtaken by the Vietnamese guy, the guy who won, then the Cambodia guy, then two from Indonesia, and that's the moment I knew I wasn't gonna get the podium. So in my mind, I thought, well, Fer, you're not gonna get the podium. Don't get too tired because tomorrow you have another race, right? And that's actually the main goal, the triathlon events. So I was pretty happy, to be honest. Yeah, deep inside, I was a bit upset because before the race, I was expecting a podium. I'm not gonna say a medal, a gold medal, but at least a medal. But anyway, move on, and then the next day, more reason to, to give everything the next day. And yeah, that's basically how I feel about it.
Okay. For context nga pala, that's the duathlon event of the SEA Games where you finish in fifth place. Sixth place naman si Rambo Chicano.
Yes.
You have said your thoughts on your performance, and afterwards you're going to set sail and move forward to the triathlon in the next day. But before that triathlon, did you inspect and swam on the course that the games played? As observers said, that course, some say, is much shorter than the previous one in Hanoi.
Oh yeah, so I got to check the swim course, and obviously I didn't have to check the bike and the run course because I already did during the duathlon event. Not to mention, we arrived with 1 week gap, so I didn't even have to do the familiarization the day before the race because by that time I already checked the bike course a few times. So I can tell you it was very accurate. So 20K bike, 5K run, exactly, really well measured. However, I didn't get to check the swim course for triathlon. Why? Because I only got to check the aquathlon swim course, which was 500 meters, and it was very accurate. But then they didn't set the buoys for the triathlon until the very day, until the very race day. So I didn't get to check the triathlon course until the very warm up. So on the warm up, on the race day, that's the only moment I got to check the swim course. And I would say it was accurate. Yeah, I think it was 750 meters. And by the way, pretty wavy, really, really choppy. So it was even slower. All the times were a bit slower than usual.
Okay, hours before the triathlon event, did you feel the pressure, not knowing that the rivals that you have been faced in 2021 and some new additions are excelling, improving, and upgrading their abilities and skills in their preparations? lalo na yung Cambodia who just acquired or recruit a naturalized triathlete from France in their lineup. Did you feel the pressure and of course the added confidence that despite the heated competition, you will redeem and snatch any medal color that you have wanted to, and of course they all wanted the gold medal for the Philippines?
Yeah, so that's a good question because I did feel the pressure since I was the last winner in the last games, right? So obviously I'm the main target, and to be honest, I didn't feel the pressure from the Cambodia guy, the naturalized guy from France. I didn't get that pressure because I knew, I I knew at maybe 95%. I was 95% sure he wasn't a good swimmer, and I was correct because he's a pure duathlete. So I wasn't very concerned about it. I knew I was gonna beat him. To be honest, it's just that well, he doesn't have any triathlon records, so none of us knew how fast he could swim. But apparently, he's not a swimmer, so not a problem at all. But I knew that my main rival was gonna be Remolino, of course, my teammate, because I know he's really strong. We raced so many times together, and the Indonesia guy who, well, as you saw, got silver medal, and it was really tough to beat him because there was a big, well, not a big gap, but 20 seconds gap after the transition. After TC. So yeah, it was very tough, and I didn't know if I was gonna win until the second loop and until halfway of the run. That's the moment I started to believe I could win.
Okay, let's go to your observations on your performance niya, previous performance niya dun sa Cambodia SEA Games Triathlon. You clocked 58 minutes and 32 seconds to finish in first place and winning the fifth gold immense triathlon since 2015. A back-to-back for you. Tell us your observations in the swim part where you emerged probably as one of the last to emerge from the waters and then moving up to the bike and eventually ran and crossed the finish line at first place despite a so close neck-to-neck battle between yung nag-silver from Indonesia na si Yakin and of course the our compatriot si Kim Molino who got the bronze.
Yeah, so after the swim, if I'm not wrong, I think I was the seventh, so which is halfway, yeah, because we were 13 or 14 participants in that race. I didn't have a good swim, that's true, but not because I didn't feel strong. It's just that I got blocked by another guy from Malaysia on the first 200 meters, so that's why I lost the pack. I think I would have been able to maintain or at least, close that gap because I was too far from the lead pack, like 1 minute. That's a lot in sprint distance. So I was a bit upset, but more reason to to push even harder on the bike. And I was lucky because apparently my teammate Remolino, he got a penalty, a 10 seconds penalty at T1 because he did an early start. I'm not sure about that. I think he didn't, but anyway, he had to serve the penalty, and that's why he lost the lead pack, and I got to catch him, and that was a good thing because then we got to work together on the bike, and we did an amazing bike leg. By the way, I think one of the best. The Malaysia guy who was with us, who, by the way, didn't help at all. He got the best bike leg, followed by me, and then followed by Remolino, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I was very happy and also proud of my teammate Remolino. He did an amazing performance. And well, then the run, you know what happened?
And of course, so parang yung weakness mo, main weakness nyo during the SEA Games in Phnom Penh was in the swimming part. Why?
Yeah. Well, it was pretty choppy, but I wouldn't say that was the problem. I like swimming in with choppy conditions. The problem was that I got blocked on the first 200 meters by this guy from Malaysia. So I thought he was gonna, man, keep up with the lead pack, and then he got dropped, and I was behind him, so I got dropped too. and it was already too late to catch the lead back. And once you get dropped, it's really hard to come back. So yeah, that was the main reason I lost the pack, and the reason why the gap was too long, 1 minute or 1 minute 10 at T1. So I had to close it on the bike, obviously, and yeah, yeah, very tough.
And I asked this in our previous interview right after the Sea Games in Hanoi. What was on the top of your mind when you passed out at the finish line and became emotional in winning the gold, give it the gold and the medal
Yeah,
and sang the national
so
anthem?
so many things came to my mind. Well, after crossing the finish line, I was very dizzy, exhausted. My heart rate was very high, and I put some ice. Well, the paramedics, who by the way did an amazing job, they put some ice on my chest, neck, head, just to cool down my body temperature. Because as I said, it was scorching that day, super hot, and after a few minutes, I started to get even dizzier, and that's the moment I knew I was gonna bonk. My sight got wide. I could barely see, and then they had to bring me to the medical tent where they put me oxygen through my nose. They wanted also to put me IV, but I said no because I wanted to get the medal. I was so looking forward to getting the medal, and I knew that once they put me the IV, I wouldn't be able to get up within the next 2 hours. But yeah, they really did an amazing job. Seriously, the paramedics. And after half an hour, I guess I started to feel better. But that half an hour, I really struggled. I even cried, to be honest. Cried with no tears because I was totally dehydrated, completely dehydrated, and I got cramps. I started thinking about how hard I fought for, well, to be where I was, not only during the race but also throughout the last year. So many things happened, and yeah, I guess that's why I started crying. But well, I think it's a good thing. I needed to manifest that feeling. So well, in overall, I got to overcome that situation. I got better. I recovered, and then the next day, I went for a run in Phnom Penh. To be yeah, like a 17K run. Crazy because well, I was supposed to rest that day, but I couldn't help myself. And yeah, yeah, I would say I'm in a really good mood, in good shape. Yeah,
Imagine if you competed in a triathlon, there's some sickness coming up for those who have finished in the race. And of course, you have been fully recovered. And we are glad to know it's a great development that the Philippines have been dominating men's triathlon since 2015 up until now. From Nico Welgas and then si Rambo Chicano and then you maybe in 2025 in Thailand, there's gonna be a huge battle for you because you have to defend the title for the second time in a row for to aim for the 6 feet.
yeah, yeah. That's a good observation. We are so happy, the Philippine national team, especially in triathlon, that we got to defend the title since 2015 when Nico Huelgas started all this with 2 gold medals, and then Rambo won another one in Subic Bay 2019, and then as you said, I won the last two Sea Games. So hopefully next Sea Games in 2025 in Thailand, I will be able to defend my title again. I think it's gonna be a sprint distance. So again, while it's not my strongest point, I'm not bad at it, obviously, as you saw, but I would have preferred standard distance. So I will have to keep training for short distance. So short intervals, really fast, high intensity, not stuff. But I'm okay with it. Yeah, this is what I signed up for, and I'm ready. I'm ready to fight and until the end.
Okay, Kuya Per, this gold medal win is also dedicated to your teammates, Kim Manglobang. You also make up with the pale title bid of Kim. who finished in second place behind the winner from Cambodia, who is actually naturalized too. Did you tell Kim or
Also,
comforted Kim right after the awarding, telling her to bounce back in 2025 and then in the next competitions and move on from the heartbreaking loss in Cambodia?
I didn't get to speak with Kim. Only before the race, right before my race, I saw Kim sit down, obviously upset because of the result, and well, I didn't want to bother her, but I knew deep inside that I was gonna win this gold medal partially for her. Uh, I knew also that the national team, our teammates were a bit upset with the result. Even though Kim did an amazing job, I knew that they wanted the gold medal. So that was even more reasons to to get the gold medal in men's individual triathlon, and that's something that really motivated me. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy for Kim because I know she's in good mood now. She actually won in Butuan, so really happy for her. Congrats. And I know that she's gonna get that gold medal in Thailand in next 2025. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't matter if that naturalized athlete from Cambodia participates again, I know Kim will do better. We all trust her.
Okay, Kuya Per, days before the triathlon and duathlon events, there's an aquathlon event where we saw our newest members of our national team, the juniors side, Inaki Lorbes, Kira Eris, Erica Burgos, and Matthew Hermosa. They are the future of Philippine triathlon. And in the first SEA Games appearance, they come up with the better results of winning the gold. Have you impressed with them?
Oh yeah, I was so happy and hyped. Not only because it was the first gold medal Philippine won in the SEA Games, well, in aquathlon, duathlon, and triathlon events, but also because I saw myself in them. Because remember my debut in SEA Games 2019 was in mixed relay team, right? In triathlon. So I saw myself in them, and I know exactly how they felt because that's how I felt in 2019 in Subic Bay. So I was super proud of them and so grateful that they got that gold medal for us. And obviously, I mean, not only a huge achievement for them as professional athletes, but also I think it's gonna be something that will encourage them in future to get more medals, to keep being, such an inspiration for young people, young athletes. So yeah, they are still very young, so they have so much potential, so many years to improve. I'm just so proud of them.
Okay, carrying the flag for the SEA Games is truly a historical, huge, and effort and a milestone for a triathlete, especially those who are passionate and dedication to play either in sprint and in standard for the country in international competition. What truly sparked at the most at your art is despite being raised and born in Spain, you chose the Philippines and represent the motherland. I'm asking this question as a follow-up to some reports that one athlete competed in the series from karate, a Filipina Japanese, who questioned and bashed in social media for being Japanese despite being born and raised in our country. What was your thoughts about it? Did you feel proud to, despite being born in Spain, you chose to be represent and dedicate this to our Filipinos?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I really fought for the gold medal. I wasn't even thinking about me, to be honest. I just wanted the gold medal for my team, for my country. I really fought till the end with my heart for this country. So I'm so proud. I couldn't be prouder. Uh, Even my parents are so happy for me, and I'm proud. Especially my mom. Since well, she's Pinay, so she knows how I feel, like
Tama,
how
Fer.
hard
It's
I fought
Mother's
for
Day
this.
tomorrow. Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, true. Yeah. Won't forget. Yeah. So, yeah, as I was saying, I really fought. really hard for my country. I couldn't be prouder of raising our flag to till the top, and I just hope to carry on. Well, to keep fighting for my country as much as possible and to get more medals.
Okay, so what's next for Kuya Per? I will still continue to compete elsewhere in international competitions. And there's
Oh
one.
yeah, so I have an Asia Cup in Osaka, Japan. Then I will go back to Spain to join some European Cups in Spain as well. Maybe one or two World Cups, and then go back to Asia because I have to race in Asian Games in China. That's end of September or first week of October. And after that, I will go straight to Philippines to do two Asia Cups and one World Cup in Miyazaki, Japan. Oh, sorry, in Tongyeon. Sorry, Tongyeon. And then there's also an Asia Cup in Miyazaki. And the last race would be 70.3 Palawan, or maybe an Asia Cup in Malaysia. Yeah, one of those.
Okay, and there's one time I also watched the interview with a gossip columnist, Christy Permin, in a radio show. There's Christy asking us that are you gonna pursue doing show business? But we need to understand that the pair is currently busy competing at the triathlon event, and of course, you have continuous passion for rock music, as we told you in our past interview.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm not a really show businessman. Not as of now, at least. Maybe in future, who knows? And but yeah, I love rock. That's my favorite style since I play electric guitar. Although it's been a while since I don't play. I've been pretty busy, and since I have to travel a lot, I cannot carry my guitar with me. So I lost some some level, but it's okay. I might have some free time back in Spain, and also free time to spend with my family and friends, old friends that I really missed.
And of course, your final message nga pala for the athletes as our final question. Now that we have 37 goals as of broadcast time, siguro your message also for the other medalists of the Southeast Asian Games and for those who will compete in the coming days up until the closing ceremony.
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to encourage them to keep fighting for Philippines. I know we are gonna get more gold medals or silver, bronze, and yeah, just hope everyone stays safe. Always, race with fear and yeah, just stay safe and well, shout out to all the athletes who are fighting right now for our country, of course.
And with that, we'd like to thank Per for joining us. Kapag sinabing Per Casares, talagang approve na approve at okay na okay ka mag-interview despite, of course, you've been busy right now with your training and of course your recovery right after that ruling and of course successful defense of your title in the Southeast Asian Games. So before we say your last remarks and your message for your mother for Mother's Day, let me do again our thumbs up and smile para sa ating photo op. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Per, it's your turn to say your final words. Kanina mo dinededicate yung panalo and of course, your message also to your mom, especially tomorrow is Mother's Day.
Oh yeah. So maraming maraming salamat sa inyo lahat for all the support, all the messages I receive every day. It's really nice. It helps me to keep fighting for my dreams. And well, I would like also to give a shout out to POC, PSC, and Trap for keep supporting me financially. And well, it's a really relief for me as a professional athlete since well, that's the only income I have. So maraming salamat. And well, yeah, happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. I know you are still there in Spain, and I'm still here. But hopefully, yeah, I will see you and go back as soon as possible. Miss you so much and love you, mom.
By the way, kailan ka ba, when will we be going back to Spain?
Oh yeah, after Osaka, so probably by the end of May. Yeah.
Okay, Kuya Per, again, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with us here in our Sports Corner PHATV SEA Games Diaries for the second time in a row, right after your gold, successful gold medal bid. And we truly hope that this interview can inspire our Filipino triathletes to race and conquer the challenges and always continue to represent, improve, and train better to win the podium we wanted to, and of course the much coveted goal that the country will deserve for us. So proud of you. And again, if you have some developments coming up, please feel free to message us. And we look forward to interview again. And hopefully, Kim Mangroban would like to.
Yeah. Hopefully next time Kil will be here. Yeah.
I'm sure Kim will be asking some questions that I will ask to, including the silver medal finish nga, including the SEA Games. And again, we're truly proud of you. We're satisfied with your win, and we look forward for your upcoming SEA Games stint in 2025, defending the gold for the second time in a row. And winning the sixth gold is the aim. Basta trust natin kay God. Sana manalo tayo. Okay? Bye-bye po. Maraming
Okay.
salamat and God bless.
Thank you so much, Gab. Always a pleasure to be here in your interview. Take care.
Thank
Ingat.
you.